All right, 7th grade. So we're looking at example 3 on mean or average. So we got a word problem here. It says Barry has scores of 93, 84, 86, and 75 on his 4 math tests. So we know his scores on the 4 math tests. If I asked you to find the average of his 4 math tests, you could do that. You just add them up, divide by 4. But the problem is that's not what this question is exactly asking. So it says, what score would he need on his 1 remaining test to have an average of 86? So this one we're told his average. We want his average to be 86. So let's say that's like a B minus. He wants to make sure he gets a B. So, he needs to get an average of an 86. So how do we make sure he does that? Because we know he's going to take 1 more remaining test. So there's going to be 5 tests total, and they have to have an average of an 86. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 4 tests he has. I'm going to add them up, figure out what their total is. So the 4 tests are 93, 84, 86, 75. I'm going to add those up. 11, 15, 18, carry my 1, 10, 18, 26, 33. So they add up to 333. So I know what his 4 tests add up to. The question though is, what do his 5 tests have to add up to? Well, because I don't know his 5th test. But what I do know is he wants to have an average of an 86. So he wants to average an 86 on 5 tests. 86 times 5 tells me what those 5 tests have to add up to. So I'm going to do 86 times 5. I'm just going to do this 43. So I figure out that his 5 tests need to add up to 430. I know his 4 tests added up to 338. So all I have to do is subtract those 2 numbers, and that tells me what that 5th test needs to be. So 430 minus 338. Do that subtraction. I believe that's going to be 92. So he wants to average a 92. I don't need to label a percent because if you look in the question, they didn't actually have percent symbols anywhere. So I can just say it's a 92 because maybe they were just not talking about points and not percents necessarily. So he needs to score a 92 on that test. And you could double check yourself to make sure you're right very easily. You could take the 92 that you got as your answer, add it to the 4 questions or the 4 test scores you already had, and then those 5, and then when you get it, divide by 5, and you should get 86. So an easy way to check yourself to make sure you are right. So that's example 3. You got some practice problems, do those, check them with the answer key, and then do the Google form that is attached in Google Classroom. All right, thank you. Have a good day.